New light on Fatima. The unusual events which took place in Fatima nearly 100 years ago are one of the most important unexplained phenomena in the history of mankind. But afterwards, for some reason, there arose very little interest in general public. This lack of interest is maybe caused by the fact that most people regard them as religious Marian apparitions belonging to the Roman Catholic Church. When I uncovered new information about these events, I was very excited about them, and here I want to share my discovery. First, let's look what do we know about Fatima. We know that from the 13th of May till the 13th of October 1917, each month a figure of a lady appeared to three Portuguese children, Lucia, Jacinta and Francisco. She passed to them three secrets, and the last of them was disclosed only in the year 2000. On the 13th of October 1917 took place a very unusual event known as the Miracle of the Sun. Witnessed by a gathering of over 50,000 people, a large colorful disk appeared in the sky. This disk was rotating, shaking, and even fell to earth, terrifying the onlookers. The Fatima events are very well documented, and there are numerous statements from witnesses, many of whom were well-educated professionals, including professors, doctors, and journalists. Many of the witnesses were also atheists and anti-clerical, making their reports more trustworthy as they had no religious bias. So we could say that the most important evidence does not come from religious sources. The children were interviewed separately after each apparition of the lady, and their description of the events was honest and truthful. After reading this statement, I came to the conclusion that the information about the Fatima events is very accurate and trustworthy. This caused that I took a deep interest in these events and studied them in more detail. As a result of my investigation, I came to the conclusion that the apparition of the lady was an optical display, not an illusion or a result of hypnotic hallucinations. My findings are supported by the following facts. Before each apparition, Lucia observed a flash in the sky or a light beam moving from the east until it arrived on the top of the tree where the image appeared. One witness described seeing a ramp of light extending downwards. The intensity of the sunlight was dim during the apparitions to make the image more visible, similar to lights dim in a cinema. The light radiating from the figure was so strong that it blinded the children. They had to lower their eyes and rub them. We know that to produce an optical image, we need a source of light and a screen. In my opinion, the source of light was a laser, because only a laser could send a narrow optical beam over a very long distance. My calculations show that the source of light could have been anywhere between 60 to 600 miles away from Fatima. It most probably was placed on an Earth satellite, but definitely could not have been located on another planet. Also, the fact the apparitions were short, about 15 to 20 minutes, supports that the source of light was situated on a low-orbit satellite. I came to the conclusion that the image of the lady, to be very bright and clear, it had to be projected on some sort of screen. I proposed that the cloud above the tree where the lady appeared, which was seen by witnesses during each apparition, function as a projection screen. The cloud was probably created by heating the top of the tree using infrared radiation. Witnesses confirmed that after the apparitions, New green branches at the top of the tree were wilted and bent to the east. Since we know that the beam of light came from the east, I have done experiment by heating a freshly cut branch with an infrared lamp. On this picture we can see that the branch was heated by a lamp from one side. The first picture shows the branch fully upright. After a short while the branch wilted towards the direction of the lamp. This experiment proves that the three branches which were tilted towards the east were heated by the beam coming from the east. The most important feature of the Fatima events was that they were predicted several months in advance, and this will be covered by the next presentations.